Dave Rubin is taking a tour of. This is actually pretty funny. There's so many opportunities. It's amazing to me how many times it feels like Dave Rubin has been exposed to certain realities about government that he just either blatantly doesn't pick up on or blatantly ignores. This is Dave Rubin was sent over by the folks from that Mission Impossible organization. That's why.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the Daily Wire just wanted him out of there. Affair. They're kind of sick of him around the water cooler.
Wait, no, he's not. He doesn't work for the Daily Wire, does he? He works for Blaze.
Oh, the Blaze.
Oh, is he still at the Blaze? Yeah, he must be. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe I'm. God.
The roster transactions.
It's difficult.
And has he just gotten back from Israel and he's headed up to?
Was in Israel, correct?
Yeah.
Yep.
And then went to Budapest from there.
You know, the normal jaunt.
Yes, exactly. Dave Rubin in his I guess this is the tour that they give that all the right wingers take is sitting down with Balazs Orban. This is not related to Viktor Orban.
Yeah, it's his deputy political strategist or something like that. But there's no relation.
There's no relationship here, and this is. This is like one of those moments like when Joe Rogan explained to him, like, what are you talking about? No regulation for contractors. Well, the competition was set in. What are you talking about? Contractors will cut corners at every opportunity, which if you have no experience in contracting, go on to Instagram. I follow a bunch of home inspectors. That's
Interesting.
One of my, you just see how bad unbelievably shoddy work that contractors will get up to. Even with regulations, at least there's some accountability in that way. But here is Dave Rubin having another moment where the light bulb, it's plugged in, someone flicks the switch, and it still doesn't light up. It's just like a little bit of...
Bzz, bzz, and then you hear the filament roll
Exactly.
A nice way to start the interview because there is a lot of construction going on here. I mean, this is an old city that is, to me, feeling a bit like a new city. So there's something interesting going on here.
Yes, I would add two things. One is that, construction is always a sign of economic success. So in general, if you have construction sites all over you, probably you don't like them for a short period of time, but for a longer period of time, it's like shows the economic strength of the country. And I'm happy to see that here in Budapest and all around Hungary something is doing. And the other part is the reconstruction of the so-called Buda Castle Hill, and which was actually demolished in the Second World War. It was bombed by the Russians, and then before that it was used for military operation by the Nazis. And then the Hungarian communists, who obviously occupied the country, they also did some serious damage. And these used to be classical, wonderful architecture style buildings, and we made the decision to rebuild them. It's like there is a governmental program, so if you come back in 2 years' time, you will see the entire castle here fully recovered. Everything is rebuilt in beautiful classical architecture style. It's still the best. It's not right now. Today is one of the best places of Europe, but it's going to be really, really gorgeous.
Yeah, and as you know, I'm coming here after a 9-day trip to Israel, and one of the things that I found there is
no follow-up on that. Oh wait, a government program?
The main infrastructure program, it's for the economy.
For the economy, the economy's booming because the government is driving all sorts of construction. That is what we call big government, which is like
building castles.
Yeah. Literally, like it is the sine qua non of Dave Rubin's. I use quotes, ideology, which is, everything he's been stating for years and years. I'm against big government. Mm-hmm. Even when he was for Medicare for all at one point, he was like, I'm against big government. I am for Medicare for all. But no follow up on that. He didn't mean to. He just meant to compliment the guy. He didn't really actually mean to.
Don't bring it up. That's a government program.
Yeah, that's. I'm not sure how to address that. I mean, but surely the private industry would have done it anyways, right? They would have made it really beautiful because.
Well, they would, but those Hungarian communists have just, hamstrung them for so long.
Oh, right.
That's the other thing is that Orban definitely had to drop that in. He was like, "Oh, we got destroyed by the Nazis, destroyed the Russians in the war," and then of course the communists made it bad too, but not in a specific way.
Yeah, I don't know the history of this, so maybe the Russians. But when he says the Russians bombed it, and before that the Nazis were using it for it's that's probably why the Russians bombed it. It wasn't
Probably had something to do with with the Nazi occupation.
But aren't they? He's a part of the government that's erasing, if I'm not mistaken, a lot of the history from World War II from their public monuments and records.
Yeah, he's literally anti-Marx, anti-communist.
There you go.
Anti-woke guy. He was on Dave Rubin 10 months ago too, talking about the same stuff.
Oh, lovely.
Kowalski says, "Howdy everyone. Adam Something, a YouTuber, has done quite a few videos on Hungary, local policies that have gone a long way to revitalizing much of Hungary's transportation system as well as city planning. On a local level, a lot of sound folks are in charge of policymaking. His most recent videos on malls show how Budapest incorporates malls near rail lines and bus lines.
Sounds like a 15-minute city type authoritarianism.
Putting the actual mall inside older buildings to keep them aesthetically appealing to the city. Also very walkable. Left is poggers." Yes, I mean that is. That's. I just love the fact that Rubin is taps into this and just does not see it.
He can't understand the contradictions of his ideology.
Not at all.
A lot of stuff being built. That must mean capitalists are cooking out here, right? It's
Yeah.
well, actually, we've got a government
That's
program.
business, right?
Anyway, moving on.
It's a mythological project. It's sort of counter, the ideological extremes of the 20th
Yes.
century.